Hey everyone! When I released my second project, Be a Miner, I've sent it to publishers to see if they would like to publish my game. They would advertise my game for a week, and based on the results they would decide whether or not to publish it. Be a Miner was intended as a time killer: gather resources, craft power-ups, upgrades, unlock new skins, and get as high score as possible. A simple yet catchy game you would play when you have to wait in a queue, for example, or when you're bored at school and so on. But because of the fact that it all happened at the beginning of the lockdown, my target auditory was not there anymore, since there were no schools, no queues anymore, nothing. So I told myself that I'll try to promote this game once again after the lockdown ends. So here we are. A little bit more than a week ago, I contacted the same publisher, but they didn't answer, so I decided to try creating my own Google Ads campaign. Actually, I planned on making this video about another machine learning project I was working on. I had this idea of making different types of soldiers like rifleman, swordsman, medic, and divide them into teams. Each soldier is controlled by a machine learning algorithm. I've trained them as apex killers, made them masters of the art of war. Well, almost. So yeah, I really looked into making this video, but sadly I made this whole project when I was at home in Moldova. Now I'm back in Netherlands and I don't have my PC here. I've tried moving the project, but the files got corrupted. But I can assure you that I won't leave it like that. I'll return to it one day. As for you, pause the video right now, subscribe to the channel and leave a like. That helps keep me motivated. Back to Be a Miner. As I said, this game was my second ever release project. I tried to work on those mistakes that I made in my first project, Cut. In Be a Miner, the main goal is to go as deep as possible down the caves by avoiding poisonous tiles. There is a high score system to keep track of the best players. Also, I made it possible to share a screenshot with your score on any social media. As you might have noticed, there are different looking tiles. That is because everything except of the poisonous ones are actually resources that you can gather and use. What you gather can be used to craft power-ups like Hawkeye, Penetrator and Silk Armor, and also for crafting upgrades for your drill and helmet. Upgrading anything will result in its skin also changing. I tried drawing all the assets here by myself. Music and sounds are also made by me and a good friend of mine. So I made the ad campaign. My plan was to have a budget of 20 euros and spend it throughout the week, which means about 3 euros a day. I already had all the necessary materials like gameplay screenshots and the trailer because I needed all of them for the publishers when I first contacted them. I have targeted most of Europe, US and CIS, and I've set a maximum cost per click of 0.07 euros. By the way, if you will start your first app ad campaign, Google will recommend a maximum cost per click price of about 35 cents. That is an enormous amount and you can reduce it drastically. In order to find the perfect value, lower it by a little and see how fast your daily budget is spent. If in a few hours, then you can decrease the price even more, until it is spent throughout the whole day. From my experience, this value is somewhere around 5 cents for Europe, Russia and US. For countries like India, Bangladesh, Nepal, the price is a little lower, about 2-3 cents per click. After I've set up my ad campaign, I started analyzing the results. At start, it was bringing me about 10 clicks a day. Clicks, not even downloads. I started increasing the maximum bid price from 7 cents to 8 cents, then 9, 10, 11, still nothing. And it was only on day 6 when I realized why. Even though I have targeted a bunch of countries, I set the audience language to English only. After adding a few more languages, the ad campaign started working properly. So, since 6 days were lost, I increased the daily budget to 5 euros to reach the 20 euro limit faster. The best maximum cost per click value for my campaign proved to be 4 or 5 cents. Also, I've sent the game to another publisher, Lion Studios. You might know them from titles such as Slap King, Mr. Bullet, Forge Ahead, I Feel Good, and many other good games. They reached back to me after a few days and we had a very nice meeting with one of their representatives. I was told what my next steps are, and that included stuff like implementing Facebook SDK and adding different analytical tools to my game. Then we will test my game to see how it performs, Perhaps I'll even get some good advices from professionals in the field. I'm very hyped about this. So anyway, I will keep you up to date about this story, so stay tuned. Okay, so now thanks to the ad campaign I have players installing my game, but do they actually like it? Well, based on Unity Analytics, we can see that in the first day of advertising, the day 1 retention was 55%. Day 1 retention is the amount of players that return to your game after 1 day. So 7-day retention stands for the amount of players that return to your game after 7 days has passed. So those are really good results, however, they didn't last for too long. On average, the day 1 retention was 55.5%. Also, we can see that on average people played the game 108 seconds a day. Perhaps not the best results, but the data I had was very small, so I'm not sure how accurate it is. Now, the part that you're probably interested in the most. Be a Miner has only 2 non-mandatory ads in it. I didn't want the player to feel overwhelmed by them. You watch an ad if you choose the option to revive once, or you can watch an ad if you want to get some diamonds, which are used to skip the crafting time. The ad company I used for this game was AdMob. I tried Unity ads previous time, so I decided to try AdMob this time. So here are the results from those ads. As you can see, throughout this period I spent a total of 30 euros, but I managed to earn only a little bit more than 1 euro. So yeah, not very profitable. Maximizing player retention is a key factor if you want your game to succeed. Good player retention is about 40% for day 1, 20% for 7-day retention, and about 10% for day 28 retention. So yeah, I can't say that the results are good, but overall it was a fun experience, and I did learn a few new things about marketing and game design. Hope you did too. Now I'm working on the game I made for the Miziz's Game Jam about 2 months ago. The plan is to polish the game and release it. I've reworked the main game mechanics of eating souls, added new enemies, a new game mode, menu screen, controls for mobile, and much more. I'll transform this Game Jam project into a real game and release it for Android, PC, and perhaps even iOS. Let me know in the comments below what you think about that. I'd love to hear your feedback. One last thing, I'm trying to post once every 2 weeks, but sometimes I just don't have enough time. I'm in my last university year and sometimes it gets pretty tough, and the videos might get postponed. I am very sorry for that, and I want you to know that I'm trying to avoid any delays. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for future videos.